Doctor Who. Hey, Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Hey, the TARDIS. Doctor Who. Hey.
Peter Capaldi. He's Peter Capaldi.
You trying to do a Scottish accent? PETER CAPALDI.
So I never got it. If you play that game, that marry, fuck, kill game or whatever.
Yeah.
Does that mean like if you marry someone, that means you never get to fuck them? Like that's because like you get to fuck whoever you say fuck, but but it implies that you never fuck the person that you marry.
I think what it implies is it's
a committed relationship or one night stand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
It's
take
specific
it as
you only do that one thing.
I don't know. I always thought it was like you get to marry him, but you don't get to fuck him. It's like, yeah, you get to fuck this other person, but you don't get to fuck the person that you marry.
It's like FDR and Eleanor.
Yeah. She got to fuck whoever she wanted.
Yeah, she got to fuck that one woman, Russian sniper.
Yeah, and also Winston.
Yeah.
Eleanor Roosevelt fucked Winston Churchill.
What's that?
One of history's great bisexuals, Eleanor Roosevelt.
I guess I need to learn about that. You know, see that on PBS.
Check.
Next week on American Masters.
Bisexual Eleanor Roosevelt.
Bisexual First Lady.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
I want to see those historians like being framed off to the side. She was a remarkable woman with an appetite for both.
She really liked going to town on the women.
And the men.
And the men.
Not as much as Nancy, though.
Eleanor Roosevelt was the only one who could walk into a party and go, I'll fuck him, her, him, her, him, her.
Fuck,
See,
kill,
I think Nancy's sexual orientation was blowing.
Blow bubbles.
Reagan?
Yeah.
Was blowing?
Yeah, no, she
Throat goat.
Yeah, she was the throat goat. She had a reputation in Hollywood.
Okay.
That's why she was so evangelical when she got older. Oh wait, that was Gore. That was Tipper Gore. Even fucking even Al Gore was like, "Gotta get rid of that bitch, man." Woo.
Nancy, get out of the way. I'm gonna blow a hole through the back of your throat.
That was good Reagan.
Thank you.
All right. Well, on that note,
Mr. Gorbachev, blow out Nancy's wall.
Blow out that fucking load.
That's right, Gorbachev. She likes it deep like.
all right. Welcome to today's episode of Side 1, Side B. I'm Steve.
With a 7-inch.
I'm Dave.
You forgot the 7-inch.
What do you mean I forgot the 7?
We hadn't gotten to you yet.
Well, motherfuckers. It's part of the title now, isn't it?
No, it's just Side 1, Side B now.
Oh, fuck you.
This reminds me of the bat dance. Let me stick the 7-inch in the computer.
That's
Prince.
right, Robin. You got to stick the 7-inch in.
Robin.
No wonder Sean gets the name of the podcast wrong every time he hosts.
Anyway,
Side 1, Side B. I'm Steve.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Sean, the 7-inch.
And I am Dan.
And today...
The 6-inch.
Thank you for that.
Sorry.
All right, today we're taking a look at a record from a guy who didn't release his first album until he was 63. Today we're looking at Peter Capaldi's Sweet Illusions album. What do you guys know about Peter Capaldi?
I like The Thick of It. The Thick of It is one of the best shows ever. And Peter Capaldi just owns in that, just screaming at people. But he's better not when he's screaming, when it's just like the quiet boiling rage and the intense look in his eyes. It's amazing.
When we were watching those clips, like while I was setting up, like when she asked him how to unjam the copier, the eyes that he gave her were just death.
Yeah. I mean, that was the look in his eyes was worse than anything he said. It was amazing.
I know that he was in Doctor Who that I've never watched. And he's a British. Oh, no, he's Scottish.
Very Scottish.
He's Peter Capaldi. That's my Scottish accent. I'm trying to do my Mel Gibson does a Scottish accent.
It's all for nothing if you don't have freedom.
Yeah, freedom. Yeah, freedom. Anyways.
What are you looking at, sugar tits?
Freedom! Anyways.
Dan, what do you know about Peter Capaldi?
Well, I love him as a doctor. Probably my all-time favorite doctor, aside from, of course, Tom Baker. He was also the nosy neighbor in Paddington, who had a bit of a redemption arc toward the end. So I know him from that, and that was a departure from Doctor Who, so I got to see some of his range. And that's about it. Other than the music, which I
hey,
for some time.
Doctor Who. Hey.
And you cannot mention Doctor Who without having Dave Dick say this.
Hey.
Every single time.
Every single time.
How do Daleks get upstairs?
Originally, they couldn't. If you watch the early ones, they kind of get stuck, but they eventually get hover pads.
Yes.
I have a screwdriver.
Is that noise copyrighted?
Probably.
Do you have to?
I don't think I'm going to play it long enough for it to trigger copyright. I first came across Peter Capaldi in Doctor Who because I was watching a lot of Doctor Who at the time. He, for whatever reason, he ended up becoming my favorite. Like I know, like Tennant and Eccleston got like the best stories in like the newer era, but for whatever reason, the grumpy Scottish guy that struggles to be nice but pleads people to be kind just ended up really relating to me.
He has aging punk energy, which makes sense.
He's like the rock and roll doctor.
Yeah.
He played like there was a point in time where they went and found him in like medieval Scotland, and he just barges in on a tank while playing electric guitar. Like those are the kind of weird things that happened with him during his story. His character also struggled a lot with coming to terms with doing some like awful things in his time while believing he was the good guy, and I think that was a really compelling story. I just really gravitated towards him after I watched his run on Doctor Who, and of course I checked out a lot of the thick of it. I have by no means finished it, but just nobody can string together insults as well as he can. I mean, he's just the perfect, like, lovable, grumpy Scottish man.
Is it a long show or something?
Not really. Nah. British series don't go on forever.
I was going to say British series usually like the seasons or series are only.
I say that when we're talking about Doctor Who, which has been on for 50 years, but
that's kind of an exception.
Yeah, but they're like seasons, or they call them series, are only like, like 6-8 episodes.
Yeah. And Doctor Who is supposed to be a kids show at least initially, so it kind of ran different.
To the American audience, you might be familiar with him from a recent role in The Suicide Squad where he played the Thinker, and I haven't seen that, so I can't attest to.
Oh, that's right.
I've heard some people say he was like good in it, so
I've seen it, but I don't remember because I've only seen it the one time. Yeah, sure, he was great. He was real rememberable because I totally remember him being in that. Yeah.
Totally. I believe you.
Yeah. I remember, actually, what I remember him from was there's this British talk show called Graham Norton, and I watched like clips from it, and he was on it, and he was with like Graham Norton likes to put like guests that really like are kind of like from all over the place, and he had Peter Capaldi, Tom Hanks, and this like really like not very well known British guy there. And so like Peter Capaldi, like when he was younger, like in the 90s, he actually won an Oscar for a short film, and he was talking about his trip to the Oscars and everything, and like, you know, Tom Hanks has won Oscars and stuff, and like
a lot of them.
Yeah, and they're like, and like him and Tom Hanks are talking about going to the Oscars, and like Tom Hanks turns to the guy and says, "You know what it's like," and he's like, and the guy who's like a British guy that's not very well known, he's like, "No, world-renowned actor Tom Hanks, I don't know what it's like to go to the Oscars." And they're like, and Tom Hanks and Peter Capaldi are like, "Well, you should totally go sometime. It's the greatest thing ever." They're just like giving this guy shit about not being going to the Oscars. So yeah, but it was funny because he won for this short film, and he's like, you know how they take you into the back room after you won an Oscar, and they're like, who has a question for Peter Capaldi, the winner of the short film? And he's like, silence. He's like, no one gave a fuck. And then I had to fly back home and coach.
Well, that's a good segue, because Peter Capaldi has a connection with a American late night show host. Craig Ferguson used to play in his band, the Dream Boys. Dave, you were familiar with the Dream Boys before you came in today. I assume you checked them out after I mentioned it.
Yes, I'm familiar with them, and that when you mentioned it, I looked up the three, like the one of their singles. It had like, I think it had like an A side and then like a double B side. Yeah. So like I heard three of their songs. You said they only put out like 2 singles, or?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, so I heard 3 of their probably 5 songs.
And
yeah.
I mean, one of them you said is like a legitimately like something you will listen to again probably after this.
Yeah, I'll probably listen to that single again. I need to track it down. Hopefully it's not too like expensive now being a collector's item or something, but yeah.
Oh, I bet it is.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, to get this vinyl, I had to pay like new vinyl prices. Like, he's kind of niche, but
yeah. But yeah, it was good. It sits in the same genre space as the Alliterates.
I was watching a bunch of interviews leading up to this episode, and one thing he mentioned is the Dream Boys couldn't decide between being the Cramps or Talking Heads.
Yep.
And yeah,
like I said,
I played it for 2 songs for you guys. What'd you think of those songs?
I liked them. I'd heard them earlier today.
Yeah, you already said
I liked
that.
it. Yeah.
I was talking to Dan and Sean.
They were good.
That was rather grand.
Yeah.
I would buy one.
When did those come out?
80s. Yeah.
Okay. Like early 80s.
Early 80s.
Early 80s.
It definitely sounded like early 80s. It sounded
Yeah,
like,
I'm curious. Like you were saying, I'm curious how much if they came out as a single or a 7-inch. I wonder if they were like how much it would cost, or how much like how many were pressed, and like how.
I bet you it's in the same territory as like those Mud Crutch singles that I brought in. They're probably like,
yeah,
they exist, but they're probably like $200 to $300.
The thing is, like every British punk band put out at least a single or 2. Even the ones that didn't put out albums, like they were able to get signed and get into the studio long enough to put out a few songs at the very least.
Yeah, it seemed like back in those days, like punk bands, even in America, just did like a bunch of 7-inches, you know, Minor Threat, Black Flag. That's why like one of Black Flag's first albums was called The First 4 Years.
Yeah,
because
it's a compilation of all their
fucking 7-inches that they compiled together and fucking threw together as an album.
I think it's
got like 3 different singers on it.
It's everything they did before Rollins, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the last couple of songs is Rollins, because it's Damage and Louie Louie, I think.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So after the Dream Boys, that just kind of came to an end because he ended up pursuing acting instead. And the way he describes it, he had a burning desire to get on the telly. So that was kind of his ultimate goal, but he also just kind of fell into it. So it was kind of like there's probably a universe where Peter Capaldi is a successful like new wave artist, or at least a moderately like known new wave artist. But instead, he ended up getting an acting part, and that led to regular acting gigs, and that brings us up to the near present day, where he released his first full-length album at the age of 63. So,
In what year?
St. Christopher came out in 2021. I'm guessing the way he describes it, he's friends with the main dude from the Blow Monkeys. And they were doing like a compilation. And he's like, "Oh, Peter, you used to write songs when you were a kid, so write me a song." So he wrote him a song, and he really liked it. So he made a full album. So he basically demoed stuff in the same way that we do as studio or home studio musicians. He was using like GarageBand as a tool to write songs, and he would send it over to his buddy in the Blow Monkeys, and he produced that first album, St. Christopher, which I would love to have on vinyl, but it had a very limited run, so I wasn't able to get that one. He said he had a lot of time during shooting of Doctor Who. He said he was like alone a lot, so he bought like a cheap guitar and was just writing a bunch of songs. He said he followed this philosophy where it's like, well, you got to write 100 bad songs before you can get like one good one, and he said he hasn't gotten there yet, and I think he's just being humble, but St. Christopher came out. When I listened to it, I thought it was great. Reminded me a lot of like Velvet Underground and David Bowie. And when I was watching the interviews, that's what he talked about the whole time. He talked about how much he was into Bowie and Lou Reed. He listed Transformer as like the best album ever.
Respectable choice, yeah.
And yeah, I know when I listened to it, I was like, oh, Sean and Dave, they're going to love this. So that's why I thought when this came out in 2025, I saw that they were selling vinyl for like $35 plus shipping. So I actually paid a pretty good price for this album, but I legitimately don't think that it's going to be easy to find in the future. So I broke my usual limit for this.
Yeah, this is our second new album that we've reviewed on the podcast. Yeah. So,
he's made it very clear that this is a hobby to him. He likes that there's not like the way he puts it. He's like, I like that there's not an empire behind this. Like there doesn't have to be like some big thing behind it that people rely on. I put together an album and just put it out there, and you can listen to it.
Nice.
And he doesn't plan on having any like giant tours, so we'll probably never see him play over here. But yeah, I think listening to both of his albums, I can feel that like freeing passion, so to speak, in his writing, because he didn't have any influence from any labels. Like the only influence he had was with his producer, the Blow Monkeys guy, who would give him like artistic guidance, basically. So this is like, this came together completely from him without any sort of outside influence, really.
Nice. Organically.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does he ever do these songs live?
He does. He was talking about how like it's like, well, the next step is to bring this on stage, and he said first time he did it, he wanted it to be like a I don't think they have like dive bars over in Britain like we do, but he was basically
they
like
have
a punk
dive
bar.
pubs.
Dive pubs.
Yeah.
They have pubs.
He said he wanted to find like a small capacity theater to play at the first time, and he had somebody assemble him a band, and
Nice.
I think he's played at least like 4 shows now. He also guested with Franz Ferdinand, and we watched that.
Yeah. At a major festival.
Yeah.
At Glastonbury.
He looked like he was having fun.
He did, yeah.
So, one of the interviews I was watching said, "Oh man, you look so cool, like just walking out there." And he's like, "Oh, I was just trying to be careful."
He's like, I was trying not to trip and fall.
Yeah. So yeah,
He was wearing more clothes than I would at a large festival if we ever had to play that. I wouldn't wear like a button-up shirt and a blazer at that.
Hell
at that
no,
kind of
man. It'd be
stage. I would
fucking hot.
Yeah, I would be dressed for warmth.
that was probably unpleasant, but
Yeah.
Well, he was only doing one song. So.
Yeah.
Now I have to see that.
we'll show it to you later. But
It's if you know any Franz Ferdinand songs, it's the one you know.
yeah, he was talking about how his drummer, I think, is connected with Franz Ferdinand somehow, or it was might have been the bassist, but anyway, one member of his band is dating a member of Franz Ferdinand, and then they found out that they all went to the same art school in Glasgow. So they just kind of got together, and he's like, "Oh, we're all from kind of the same background, different generations, but still connecting in that weird, like, artsy way." Speaking of his dress, I think it's funny that he still dresses like the Doctor. Like, he basically, and we can segue into the cover here. That's how he dressed as the Doctor. I'll go ahead and pass this over to be described.
Yeah. Dan, describe the album cover.
This doesn't look like the Doctor.
That was his first outfit, was the suit without the
Was
tie.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember
They
him from
eventually
the
had him do like
promotional-
kind of a coat, like a velvet
Yeah.
coat.
I remember him from the promotional material, and it looked a little more flamboyant than this, but I mean, it's definitely him. So that is the world-weary Doctor.
Okay, so on the front, he is it's Peter Capaldi in like in a black suit with a white shirt, buttoned up all the way but no tie. He's sitting on a bench, looks like at a Subway. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's in London.
Yeah.
If you're there's some signage to the left. It's like, and I think it says London on there somewhere.
Like an actual Subway, not the
Yeah.
restaurant.
Which is interesting because I think all the songs are themed around things that happen in Glasgow, but he lives in London, so.
Yeah, there's graffiti on the wall, but he's sitting on the bench with like a tiny Vox amp with a microphone plugged into it.
Yeah, Sean, it's like like a little teeny version of your amp.
And then on the back, it's the exact same picture, only he's not in the bench. It's just
Whoa. That
It's
is
like
creepy.
someone's-
Where did he go?
It's
He
like
got
someone
raptured.
stole him.
He got raptured.
He was left behind,
Yes.
or his microphone was.
What was his last words before he ascended? Or descended, maybe.
yeah.
So long, fuckers.
Yeah, and then on this first side there is It Today, Hanger Lane, Not Going Anywhere, the title track, Sweet Illusions, The Big Guy, and Midnight.
It's kind of funny. He says not going anywhere, but on the back he went somewhere.
Yeah, he fucked off.
He fucked off.
I had to go save a galaxy.
And then there isn't an insert, just the record itself. Unless Steve is hoarding an insert.
No.
In his pants.
I got an insert.
So yeah, pretty minimalistic design, but it's a good photo. It's a striking photo, and I like the idea of reusing it on the back. That's cool. And it's like a well shot photo. It's like well framed. It's not like an underground station. I think it's before you go down the stairs.
Yeah.
It's like a 1 watt Vox amp, like practice amp that you would have when you're.
It almost looks like it's battery powered for.
Yeah.
Standing
Don't you
on the
have to
street
plug
corner.
it in?
Yeah.
He looks like
It's like he's a busker.
he looks like he's like really sad on the cover too.
busking.
Or I can't tell. Does he look sad or is he just kind of?
He looks intense.
Yeah. Well, he always looks intense.
He looks
He's like-
concentrative.
It's a sweet illusion.
Oh, that's a sweat illusion there.
It's a sweet illusion of freedom.
It's all for nothing if you don't have freedom.
He's gonna go all Malcolm Tucker on you guys for that. He's gonna corner you with his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Every man
Throwing up
lives.
the eyebrows.
Not every man really lives.
Oh man, it really is. They're all
I always
dies.
mix that up. Every man lives, not every man really dies. Holy shit, are there just
Every
more
man
people running
dies,
around?
not every man truly lives.
Wow. What the fuck
Fucking
was that? Do that again, Dave.
Every man dies, not every man truly lives.
Truly lives.
This is more Scrooge.
Nice draw in there.
This is it was a little more Scrooge McDuck than Mel Gibson, but hey, Scrooge McDuck is less evil than Mel Gibson.
I was gonna say,
Despite
I think
being
that
rich.
was his. I think that was his inspiration for his accent in that movie, Scrooge McDuck. I think
what a
Scrooge
dog shit
McDuck.
movie.
Yeah,
I think Scrooge McDuck sounds more Scottish than him.
yeah.
Yep.
And then he was also in the American version of The Patriot,
Yeah.
which was around at the same time as like a sci-fi Patriot, I remember. Because I remember
Yeah.
being annoyed when it wasn't the sci-fi Patriot when I was like scrolling through like HBO or whatever.
We're talking about Mel Gibson, not Peter Capaldi now.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say his best known part was saying, "What are you looking at, sugar tits?" when he got pulled over driving drunk.
What are you looking at, sugar tits?
What are you looking at, sugar tits? It's all for nothing if you can't drive drunk.
And let's say sugar tits.
It's all for nothing if you can't blame all your problems on the Jews.
I'm only 55, but I'm actually 26 in this movie.
My father is a weird anti-Semite, and I denied it for a while, and then I blamed the Jews for getting pulled over while driving drunk.
Anyways, yes, he does look
Anyway,
like
Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi, not a
nothing like that.
Yeah, not a notorious anti-Semite.
In fact, he's like, from watching interviews, he seems like one of the nicest guys ever, which is funny because he's so good at playing the grouchiest guys ever.
You got to get it out of your system somewhere.
Yeah, you wouldn't know the title of this album was called Sweet Illusion unless you looked at the spine. I totally said that like a fucking unless you looked at the spine.
If you look at the spine, you can
You look at the spine, it's called Sweet Illusion. Anyways, yeah, he looks like a little grumpy fuck on the fucking bench.
The thing is, for the thick of it, he's doing a Welsh accent. He's playing a Welsh character, and he's like, the accent that he does is good. Like, it's not his own voice, but yeah.
There's a really funny clip where somebody mashed up him on Doctor Who, Clara from Doctor Who, and Peter Capaldi from The Thick of It. So it made it look like he was like yelling at Clara.
Can't yell at that doe-eyed beauty, man.
Who's Clara? I never watched any Doctor Who. I watched. Okay, I guess that's not exactly true. I watched
Doctor Who.
I watched about 3 episodes of the first season with the.
Christopher Eccleston.
Was that the first guy?
Yeah.
No, he was like the 11th guy. Was it the modern one or like the
yeah,
old one?
The first modern version.
Yeah, Eccleston.
Yeah, Sean wasn't getting out the VHS tapes of the first Doctor.
No, like the first time I saw Doctor Who, I was a kid, and it was playing on Iowa Public Television. It wouldn't play on Nebraska Public Television, but they would play it on Iowa Public Television, and you could pick it up with your antenna. And I would watch it while waiting for Red Dwarf to come on.
No, I watched the modern one. I was watching it with my father-in-law because he thought the chick was hot.
Rose, yeah, Rose is hot.
Who might actually be the next Doctor if the regeneration scene that they left off with is.
Really?
Well, spoiler alert. Jeez.
Spoiler alert for a show that kills off its main character every couple of years.
It's already in the news. That was a while ago.
Wow.
Yeah, for a show I've never seen or didn't give a fuck about. Jeez, Steve, fucking hell, man.
The most annoying people in a corner of the internet are Doctor Who fans. It's that's not really true anymore.
I mean, that's every fandom.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a single fandom where I've liked being a part of it.
And
like the Star Trek fandom's toxic. The Star Wars fandom's toxic.
Star Wars fans are the current worst fans.
The metalheads, fuck them.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
come
not
at
wrong.
me, bro.
You're not
Come
wrong.
at me, bro. The Jethro Tull fans. Oh my god, those fucking guys.
Those fucking guys with the what's the point of a flute?
This is not my Ian.
Yeah.
You should just be sticking them up your pussies and like they do in American Pie.
I always hate.
You want to impress me? Stick it up your urethra.
You took a drink right when I said that.
If I would have known you were going to say that, I wouldn't have taken a drink.
I really dislike the Doctor Who fans that get upset about continuity and when they like change things. I'm like, it's been going on for 50 fucking years.
You got it.
Somebody's going to make a different creative decision than the first guy that ever worked on it.
Plus, it's a time travel show. Continuity is in flux.
And
literally.
Yeah.
And there's like big chunks of the show that are missing because it started in the age when they ran out of space, they just destroyed tapes.
Yeah, they didn't care about preserving any of that, which is...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's another thing I'll say about Peter Capaldi. He was a fan back in the 60s and 70s. And one thing I thought was interesting is when he was talking about being on the show later, he's like, well, it's not really the same thing. I mean, when I was a fan of the show, it was this little thing that the BBC didn't care about. And it was allowed to thrive, even though it didn't have like all the same like resources as like a show that like somebody cared about. By the time he got to it, it was just this big thing, this big corporate thing that was important to the BBC. And
that they can use to sell merchandise to annoying girls on Tumblr. Yeah.
And he said like when he picked his own outfit, like they hated what he picked, which is basically what he's wearing here. Because they wanted something colorful with scarves that they could sell action figures to, and then when the action figure people like found out what he picked, I guess they were not very happy about that. But he said when he watched the show, it was in black and white, so he wanted something that resembled that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, let's listen to his music, shall we?
Shall we?
How would you? What can we expect from this? What kind of music is it? Is it like his early singles, like a kind of like punky post-punk type thing? Is it?
He considers it a continuation and picking up where he left off.
Okay.
So I'll let you determine if he succeeded. Don't forget to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
Doctor Who, hey, the TARDIS. There wasn't anything in here that reminded me of that.
Dan, do you like it when Dave goes Doctor Who?
Hey, the TARDIS.
You know what? I love it. Because I love Dave.
Aw. All right, and we are back from side one of Sweet Illusions by Peter Capaldi. What'd y'all think?
I liked it. It reminded me of a lot of, kind of like the 2010s era, like post-punk revival, like, bands like Franz Ferdinand, Block Party, stuff like that, mixed in a little bit with what, like, current day punk is, like acts like Pup, Jeff Rosenstock, etc. Mixed with, this was the surprising part for me, Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I thought I wasn't surprised that it was good. I just didn't know what to expect,
Yeah.
So I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
It was good. It was because listening to the Dead Boys or Dream Boys or whatever.
The Dream Boys.
Dream Boys.
Yeah.
They were good.
Yeah.
So I thought, it can't be too bad. So it was good.
Yeah.
Would you guys say he succeeded in that being a continuation, or do you think this is like evolved way beyond that?
Like it's related, but it doesn't sound exactly like it either.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like I think they had like real instruments or not.
Mm-hmm.
This was more synthetic stuff.
Yes.
Because even if you look at the credits of musicians, one person is credited as drum programmer.
Oh, good.
So, yeah.
The same guy plays the live drums on it, but I think it's just some of it's programmed, some of it's played live. But I think it sounded mostly programmed to me, which is not bad. I like a lot of programmed drums.
Yeah, and he mentioned in his interviews how using GarageBand was a part of his writing process, and I'm not saying this snarkily, but yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dan, what did you think?
Well, if it's a continuation, it was a continuation like 40 years later, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that makes perfect sense. It is a continuation, but with all the baggage that comes along with that of being 40 years later. And it does feel much safer to me than the other stuff from the 80s. So that's my main take on it is I felt like it needed to take a few more chances. With the exception of the second to last track.
Oh, the big guy?
The big guy.
I will mention I like St. Christopher slightly more than this album, and I think, based on what you said, I think you would probably like that album a bit more than this one.
And I think I've listened to some from that because I think you sent those to me like a couple of years ago. And
I probably did, yeah.
And yes, I do remember it being slightly more inspiring or like, oh, this is kind of neat than this album. So
yeah, I still think this is an excellent side of music, but that said, it probably is a little safer than I would have liked. Like, I think it's really lacking like a rocker, I think, and I'll forgive him. He's in his 60s. So
he might have benefited from it says drums, but like it didn't sound like a lot of like real drums. It sounded like a lot of programmed drums. So he might have benefited from just dropping the programmed drums and getting a real drummer. He might have benefited from some of that, like instead of having that programmed drumming.
And since he's working with a band now, I suspect his third effort is going to probably be that way. At least that's what I'm hoping.
And
he needs to get Danny Carey is what he needs to do.
Yeah, maybe it might have to do with some of the mixing choices as well, because
it does sound like, I don't mean this in a bad way, it does sound like a hobby album to some degree. Like
it does.
This is someone who is kind of like getting back into it and is doing what he can with the time he has. And I feel like there aren't a lot of like creative risks to it, but there's like a lot of honesty to it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it sounds like something that he was very passionate about. Like you can sense that in his delivery. And I think that's what just makes this like a cut above a lot of things that I've listened to that from even like, with big studio backing,
Right. Lyrically, I agree. You can tell that he feels something about this.
And the vocal delivery too, like, says a lot.
He has like the same gravitas that he has when he's like acting too. I noticed in his vocals.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times he'd go off on a big like doctor speech in the show, and it's like that same level of intensity in a lot of the way he delivers vocals on this.
And that was where I was getting the most Leonard Cohen. Well, that and some of like the drony organ stuff was the vocal delivery. And I think like a lot of people who have deep voices as they get older and sing do sound a lot like Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that just might be that might just be how deep male voices age. But yeah.
Well, I think it wasn't bad. Like and I think that it was just I think he was trying something, so I can't really fault him for that. So yeah, I think it was good.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I would listen to it again.
It didn't knock out any of my top 5 records of 2025, but this was a solid, like so far at least, a solid side of music for 2025 too.
So this is brand spanking new then.
Yeah. As someone who doesn't listen to a lot of Taylor Swift, the impression that I get of the new Taylor Swift record is that it's worse than normal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm very blissfully unaware of what Taylor Swift sounds like. So.
I think the discourse is funny, and that's the most I care about it.
Well, there's one song that Naomi sings karaoke. Naomi's my wife. It's called "Love Story" by Taylor Swift, and I'm a sucker for it because it's so cheesy and stupid. But it's
on the current
emotional.
album?
No, it's 15, 20 years old at least.
Yeah. on the current.
Is it Taylor's version
Yeah.
or the original version?
on the Taylor Swift
I don't know.
on the Taylor Swift album that came out this year? The main reason why I know about it is there's a really embarrassing song about Travis Kelce's dick.
Oh my god!
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I've got to hear that.
And people
What does she
people
say
on my
about it?
people on my corner of the internet kept joking about it because it's bad.
Maybe we should do Taylor's album for the podcast.
She talks about his member.
But,
She calls it a redwood tree.
oh my god! I guess I didn't need to know that.
Yeah.
So she's saying it's big, or
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then it
well, we
opened
know
her
what
thighs.
Or is it just red?
I was gonna say it's red.
It's abrasive. It leaves splinters behind.
And
There's an activist that climbed up to the top of it and
Yeah.
is sitting there.
An activist chained itself to it so that
She's been there for 39 days.
All right.
started camping in it.
All right. We got anything else to say about this side of music before we go track by track?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. This is like so far. This is a this was to me. This was an enjoyable side of old guy rocking out type of music. It definitely sounded like an old guy, not in a bad way. I'm not meaning this as an insult, but it had kind of like a weariness to it, kind of a
Yeah.
All right. So track by track starts out with a song called "Is It Today?"
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so starts with like a steady dance beat with some like disco sequencing, and then like it just kind of builds and like jangly guitar comes in. I thought the whammy bar leads are pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think it just built up really slowly, and like all the songs on this, it had like little like layers of things in the background that you could listen for.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good song.
Yeah, it reminded me, like the fact that he worked with someone from Franz Ferdinand, definitely, or Franz Ferdinand adjacent, because this was one, that reminded me the most of, like that, like 2010s era, kind of like dancey post-punk revival, bands like Franz Ferdinand, Block Party, stuff like that. Yeah.
And it sounded like a good new wave album, or not album,
Song?
Yeah. I thought it was a good new wave song.
Yeah. The synths I could tell were like the modern kind of synths, because it sounded more like my Micro Brute than my MS-20. But yeah.
It sounded kind of like because I just listened to it. Kind of sounded like a song off the Hurting by Tears for Fears than a song off of songs from Big Chairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Background: Teresa and I have been listening to a lot of different records, and we got the Hurting and songs from Big Chairs because she likes Tears for Fears.
I like Tears for Fears,
So
especially the earlier stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, so we got the Hurting, and this sounded more like the Hurting era than songs from a Big Chair, I thought.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Hey, I spoke David.
Yeah. This was like the highest energy song on this side too, which is good for an opener. Yeah.
What do you think?
I would not clear the dance floor for it. I would stay on the dance floor and dance to
Party
it.
down.
Yeah.
What do you think, Dan?
Well, my immediate thought was that, yes, the instrumentation is nice. It feels like something that I would do or would like to do. I was like, oh, he made that choice with the whole arpeggiation and the synth in the background, and that was nice. I was really, really missing a little more. I was missing some chances with the vocals. He didn't take many chances with his vocals, and that's just his style. So I don't feel like I want to dump too much on that, but maybe it's just my mood right now. But I didn't like the vocals. I was like, dude, just put some more oomph into it, and god damn it, take the reverb off your voice a little bit. That was my first thought, and that probably has more to do with my mood right now than anything. I don't have a lot of patience for vocals that are like, what the fuck kind of choice was that, you know? So other than that, I thought lyrically, his lyrics are really great. Obviously, they come from a place of honesty, which is all you ever want when you're making music. And you just be honest and you hope it finds an audience. Or you don't and you're just having fun with it like he apparently is.
All right. The next one, Hanger Lane, kind of started out with like a hip hop beat. It had like a lot of subtle layering. Like I could hear some like acoustic, and it had like a ascending like synth moment that I think really helped anchor me towards the song. And like the last one, it's got like some whammy heavy like lead guitar playing, which I really liked. I liked his guitar playing all throughout this. I thought that was like one of the highlights.
There was something that came in like only like a few times. It didn't come in a lot, but I liked it when it did. Like kind of like there's like a cool backwards tape drone thing.
I think that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that was either guitar or synth, but because sometimes you can't tell when it's backwards. But yeah, it sounded good.
I like how this one built a little bit more. Like it started off a little. It did the little hip hop beat, but it had like a little more building to ending instead of like kind of tapering off. So
yeah,
and he did sound more Cohen-ish.
Yeah, this was the first one that I noticed, the Leonard Cohen vocals. Yeah,
this is kind of started off a little bit spoken word for me, which I thought fit his vocal style better. He was going for this kind of a sultry feel, like, you know, Hanger Lane, walking across. I just imagine this mist-shrouded street in London and somebody walking along like on their way to do something suspicious, if not nefarious.
Yeah.
I just really, again, overall it was well mixed. The instrumentation anyway. I think I still was missing a more intimate take on the vocals. I wanted him to be closer to the mic. I wanted him to back off the reverb a little bit and just hear a little bit of maybe a whisper with his voice, or just right up against the mic. Just to let me hear that intimate urgency, like he's kind of whispering in my ear. And I didn't really get that with the way the vocals were recorded. Kind of how they were sung, but I think the biggest issue I had is just the mixing of the vocals.
All right. Next one, Not Going Anywhere. This one was like really new wave, I thought. It had like a synth arpeggio that was like pure new wave. Some like crunchy guitar, and I think this is a song about like a person and I can really relate to this, but like a person that's kind of distant with their emotion and their feelings. And so like somebody gets the impression that like, oh, you don't care about me. Well, I do. I'm just kind of distant, you know?
This one reminded me a bit of an era of Sparks you haven't heard yet. So when we do more Sparks stuff, we'll see what you mean.
I was thinking this was the most Bowie sounding song. Like or his delivery kind of sounded Bowie-esque.
Well, his vocals never sound like Sparks because he cannot sing that high, but few people can. But instrumentally, it did remind me of like somewhat of like early 80s Sparks, but also somewhat of more current Sparks, which if I was latching more onto the synths, more current. If I was latching onto what the rest of the band was doing, more of the early 80s. But yeah, I liked this one. I liked the I think it was, for whatever reason, the vocal performance was the one that stood out to me the most. Like I liked the emotionality to this one the most.
Interesting.
What? I'm waiting for Dan to
say it sucked, but yeah.
No, I don't think he's really hating on it. He's just like, he's not, he didn't, I think what Dan you're trying to say is like you didn't really like the mixing of his vocals, like, or the way his vocals are recorded.
I think that was the main thing with the last song, but overall, I really just think that he's not a good vocalist. He's not a great vocalist, but again, is not trying to be, you know, he's not trying to be.
I think it's in the same vein as like Lou Reed, where he's doing the best with what he's got, you know?
Yeah, but there was a different quality with Lou Reed where it's like, okay, I know I don't have the best voice, but I do have a unique sounding voice that is charismatic and I'm not getting that so much. I for these couple first songs anyway, but when we get to the next song, I'll go into more of that. Or the next one after the next one. Sorry,
it's interesting because I have like the opposite experience. I think
I like his voice.
Yeah, to me it's like he's doing the best he can with what he's got, and I think that seems empowering to me.
Yeah,
I don't mind his. I was gonna say I don't mind his vocals, but that, but I mean, like, I guess this whole album or this whole side sounds very like 80s new wave, like it's kind of stuck back in that.
Yes.
So like I'm kind of expecting that whole reverb heavy synth drenched. I think the thing that like I don't really like the complete programming of the drums. I wish the drums were a little bit more live. And there's a few things I wish there was a little bit more of. I don't know if it's like from where I'm sitting, but I can't always hear the guitar. I feel like those are a little bit buried in the mix.
I wonder, since you're on the left side, I wonder if it's more on the right side, because I can hear the guitar just fine.
Oh yeah, I can really only hear like the bass and I can hear some. It might be the stereo mix because. Yeah, I can't really hit a guitar too much.
I think if you were sitting over here and then we'd all be huddled together and it'd be weird, you'd probably get
I could sit on your lap, Steve.
Or you could just scoot your chair over and caress his inner thigh.
Please do that.
I could caress his flute.
I haven't felt.
I'm not going anywhere.
But yeah, I think it's. I don't know. But it's fine. It's not. It does sound very 80s to me. Like So when I'm hearing this stuff, like the reverb on the vocals and stuff like that, I'm not minding it too much because I'm expecting it, kind of thing.
Gotcha. I like that perspective. Yeah. You might convince me to change my mind on the vocals.
Okay. Anything else on Not Going Anywhere?
Yeah, well, I'm just agreeing with Sean. The drums were getting a little bit stale at that point for me. I was starting to yearn for a real drummer. I did love the synth instrumentation and the mixing on that, and I liked the flanged synth at the end. Was a nice little flavor for me. A little pepper on my eggs, so to speak.
Yeah, sounded like kind of like the big anthemic like 80s post-punk stuff a lot too by the end. Like U2 before they became a punchline. When U2 was good.
Yeah, I think during this
having sex.
Oh no!
Every time I clap my hands, another child dies.
Stop clapping.
Stop clapping your hands then, you fucking wanker.
I'm recalling The Simpsons when they were like, there he goes again. Let's go get a drink. And then Edgy goes, can I come? No. He goes, wankers.
All right, next one, the title track, Sweet Illusion.
Now this one.
This one was my favorite on the side.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too, actually. I thought you all were going to say the big guy.
That's what
I'm going to say.
But yeah, I like this one. This one was the one where I most heard the Lou Reed style. This did sound like a Transformer era glam song a lot to me.
It's got this like assertive descending bass melody that I think really helps glue the song together.
Yeah.
The nice jangly low gain guitar tone is really cool, and just like I've noted everywhere else, the lead playing I think is interesting.
I liked the organ. I liked how forward the organ was. It really thrust itself into your ear.
Do we need to call HR on the organ? Very forward.
I also liked how it ended kind of abruptly.
Yeah, this one did like go like it was like a stop.
Yeah, it was like the illusion broke.
Yeah, that was pretty good. This one was, it was definitely my favorite. The guitar solo was very tasty. Like, I'm not sure if it was him or was the other guy, that did the solo, but it was very nice.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Yeah.
It was just I just thought it was a very well put together song. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This one.
It was a very nice organ.
Yeah.
And now we know that Sean's Italian accent is no better than his Scottish accent.
My Italian accent is just as racist as my.
It's no good, the man. What's he doing? I don't understand what to do.
Mamma mia, I throw the bomb and it's a pizza.
Got the pepperoni.
I'm going by an old stereotype in that Italian immigrants in like the 1800s and early 1900s had a reputation of being anarchists, even though only a very few of them were. But when they would go after anarchists in like the first Red Scare, it was really going after Italians.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, I throw the bomb. Mamma
Peter
mia,
Capaldi.
seize the means of production.
Peter Capaldi's part Italian.
He is.
Yeah.
Capaldi is. Yeah.
And he's got Italian citizenship that he got, I think, after Brexit, because he said he wasn't very, he said he wasn't very political until Brexit, and then now he's for Scottish independence. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
So if Peter Capaldi listens to this, I'm sorry that I offended you both in your Scottish heritage
And your Italian.
heritage
And your singing style.
and your singing style. Yeah, I'm sorry I offended you, man.
You're still my favorite doctor.
Yeah.
You're still my favorite doctor, even though I've never watched a fucking show.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, this was just like a really well put together song. I just liked every part of it. Like everything fit just right.
So it wasn't this one that I thought was my favorite. It was the next one. You were right.
Oh, the big guy.
Oh, the big guy. This one's probably my favorite.
The big guy is a good choice. It was between those two, and I ended up.
Like, if I wanted a quick bite-sized song, it would be Sweet Illusion. But if I'm like picking the one that I was most engaged with, I think it would be the big guy.
Big guy was a good one to sway to. You know, like the end of the night before you clear out the dance floor, everyone's sweaty. Your tie's undone.
Yeah.
You're kind of drunk to really drunk.
The big guy felt like the most like intimate one.
Yes.
And
My note here was finally some vocal variation, at least at the beginning, and it felt like, okay, now this is what he can do.
There was the most vocal variation I think were in the last three songs, and this was the middle of the last three songs. So yeah, like, and then I also thought, like having "Give Me Your Hands" and your hand in your lyrics, and then having kind of like that swinging, swaying sound and like the synth sax. It reminded me of my favorite of the Ziggy era Bowie songs, which is the last one of the Ziggy Stardust album, Rock and Roll Suicide.
I like how it started out like really like narrative with like gentle like chord strumming and some light organ, and then it just slowly builds up. Like the crunchy guitar playing comes in, eventually it picks up with some drumming, slows down a bit for like a dreamy breakdown, and then it like picks back up again. And the accents that they put in, I think, helped a lot with the song.
Much like Rock and Roll Suicide, where it starts with "Time takes a cigarette" and ends with "Give me your hand, 'cause you're wonderful." Yeah, you're not alone.
This one almost reminds me of Doctor Who in a way with how narrative it is. Like I could see it, I could see him in character, like performing this song.
I think Dan was falling asleep until you said that, Dave. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Wouldn't be the first time.
He's like, it's not the first time I fell asleep on a hot mic.
So turn on with me.
I didn't mean to come on you, Pete, I swear.
I mean, this one, this was the most interesting song so far, by far for me. I like the blues-coated guitar riffs. They really spiced some things up. It felt much more intimate, and the guitar work was rocking.
It was very rocking.
A rock and roll suicide?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And then we completely shift gears to a really like dreamy sounding song. Like it's very, very relaxed. Starts out with some like digital sounding arpeggios, and then it goes into something that's like I don't know, like shoegaze.
Yeah, kind of shoegazy, kind of.
Yeah, it had a little bit of a
kinda dream pop.
screwdriver feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had some like xylophone playing. I particularly related to the line when you're into heavy metal and driving everyone insane, because that really described a younger version of myself.
I liked how the bass had a little bit of bounce to it to give it some energy too.
Yeah.
And I like how you reminded us to sort our recycling. And
Oh, like calling it midnight, you know, and like you asked if it was about, you know, like taking out the trash. I was like, you know, it could have been. And like, like having something that invokes nostalgia, and then like having it be about taking out the trash. You know, like it's about the, you know, maybe it's about the disposability of the past and how everything is just kind of,
Well,
at the end of the day, garbage for the curb.
I got the sense that like this song is about like from a perspective of people around Glasgow. So I wonder if it's like, I don't know, when the guy puts his bin at the end of the driveway, he just kind of wanders around his neighborhood. I'm wondering if that's kind of where he was going at. Yeah, I don't know.
Just kind of
I'd have to sit and analyze the lyrics more.
beautiful night. You take the trash out and you're like, just walk
Yeah, just kind of walking around, because it seemed like the character was like making observations about the neighborhood.
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe seeing everybody else do the same thing and going, oh, there's James over there.
You thought about this a lot more than I did.
Yeah, some interesting thoughts. I didn't really have a whole lot of thoughts on this one myself. So
This was probably my least favorite song on the side, actually.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty.
Yeah,
I liked it. I think it was a good way to close the side.
It definitely sounded like a closer, yeah. Or side closer, yeah.
All right, so
Well, that was an awkward pause.
Anywho, big goals.
Well,
you got the list there, Dave.
Oh, wait, we got another side.
we can edit a fart in there or something.
Yeah, the next side we have on side B we have The Best of Me, Something to Behold, Through the Cracks,
He shot.
Diminished, and No One in the World.
I like this album, but
Again, Peter, if you're listening, apologies.
We're just doing fart noises.
We
to
love
do
you.
fart noises.
We love you, Peter Capaldi.
I enjoyed the first side of this record. I'm looking forward to the next one. I will probably listen to this again at some point.
we should definitely check out Saint Christopher if you like this, because I think it's even better than this
Just
one.
don't get lost finding it.
All right, next side.
You know, my doctor said I was partially artistic.
And we're back from side B of Sweet Illusions by Peter Capaldi. What'd you guys think?
I think I liked side B just a little bit more. It's like more ballads than I usually like, but I thought the ballads were pretty interesting and built into, you know, like a moment of catharsis, which ballads don't always do. So I did think it was good. Yeah, I liked it a little more. I feel like it was a little more adventurous. It was a little more sure of itself. Yeah, I liked it.
I think it had a little more oomph to it. It felt like
Yeah.
it felt like how this is where the live drums kind of kicked in. I don't know.
Yeah, agreed. It felt very much more confident to me, anyway.
Felt like almost a different album, truthfully.
This is exactly what Dave said, and I just wrote it down because I agreed. Big drum sound. I like the big drum sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like this side a little bit more than side one. Like I really like Sweet Illusion and the big guy, and Is It Today quite a bit. But this side I think has like higher highs.
Yeah. And it doesn't really have, I don't think it has any lows, honestly. Like, I think this is like more consistent as a side.
Yeah.
Definitely. I agree 100%. Because I thought the other side had like I thought the last song on the other side was kind of a low for me, but this side I didn't think any song was bad
I think Peter
or not bad, but
Yeah.
Capaldi was fucking with us. I think that's what he was like. Here, I'm going to put all my less good songs.
I still thought the
That's-
first
that's
side
her-
was good, but
on
I
the
feel,
first side.
but I feel like the whole thing was building an intensity the way that individual songs did too, to some degree.
I think that's exactly what was going on. Yeah, the side one was kind of a primer for side two almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that was part of the joke. I don't know.
He's like, I know Dan from Nebraska.
We're going to see if Dan listens to the second side as well.
He's gonna listen to the fucking thing.
And if he does, then he'll fucking loot my boots because, you know.
He calls you up. He's like, "You listen here, you Irish." I can't do it. I can't do his accent. Listen here, you
neither
Irish
can we.
bastard. You can't. I'm going to stare at you with my eyebrows.
Listen here, you fuck. You're gonna lick my asshole.
Like
Come
Peter
lick my
Capaldi.
arse.
If Peter Capaldi was like,
But his eyes are going to be scarier than any of that.
if he was in my face doing that, I'd either scream or
Tell me, Dan, what you think of the album.
I would, if he yelled at me like that. I just rewatched There Will Be Blood last night because fuck Quentin Tarantino. Paul Dano's great.
That was amazing.
But yeah, I just rewatched There Will Be Blood last night because of Quentin Tarantino's putting his entire foot in his mouth and up his ass. But yeah,
He'd like to anyway.
I guess I still don't know why he even went off on Paul Dano and Matthew Illard.
I don't get it. He didn't have to. He could have just said nothing. Quentin Tarantino can't say nothing. But yeah,
Paul Nano.
Paul Dano.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino for some reason like went off on a rant.
Well, no, I knew that. You called him Matthew Illard, and I was like, I thought you did that on purpose.
Oh, Illard?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Lillard?
Lillard.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever the fuck.
No, it's
is.
fine. I just
I thought it started with an I.
Spoilers for There Will Be Blood. You know how at the end, you know how at the end when Daniel Day-Lewis's Daniel Plainview character is beating Eli Sunday, Paul Dano's character, to death with the bowling pin at the end, and how like partway through the beating, Eli kind of gives up and stops moving. I would hit that point, you know, like where I just lose the will to live if Peter Capaldi started screaming at me like he does in the thick of it.
I'm gonna take your balls and put them where your eyes are, or whatever the fuck he said. Anyway, so track by track opens up with "The Best of Me," a song where it has some like really fuzzy bass, but it has like clean guitar and like dreamy piano, so it's kind of
And like
kind of hard to describe.
Yeah. And like enormous tom and bass drum hits. That just
Big drum
sounds
sound. I
yeah.
like the big
Yeah.
drum sound.
It sounds like the kind of like drums a guy in a kilt would just be banging on, like a big kettle drum while standing outside a Scottish lock.
With no underwear.
An English
underwear.
castle.
Yeah.
As they're about to siege it.
Yeah, while the wind is blowing up on his balls and Nessie's poking his head out of the lake.
We're gonna show you my house.
Now we know why Nessie keeps showing up. Gotta get a glimpse of them Scottish balls.
We're gonna show the screws on my house.
I apologize to all my ancestors and Peter Capaldi.
I like
My
this
ancestors too.
song. I liked this song. I liked kind of starting it quiet, but like quiet in an intense way until like the drums got really loud. I liked his vocal performance on this. It was my favorite vocal performance so far on the album until like we got later into the album. So
I like the vocal theme on this one because it seems like a guy that's like, I don't know if he's out like running errands or something and he just looks disheveled and he's like self-conscious about it. That's kind of the vibe that I got. It's like, oh, I'm not my best right now. I'm sorry you ran into me.
Yeah, seen the fucking best of
Right.
me.
And his vocals really reflected that, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was really like all over the place. There was
some like anxiety to
there
the
was
vocals.
some that, yeah. More chances were taken here. There was some like some kind of grovelly, and then there was like a kind of almost falsetto thing going on too, which I thought were both.
And I wonder if that kind of came from him having to.
I want you to do that again, but add girlfriend after it.
Girlfriend.
Hi, girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Anyways, all right.
Let's go to a Scottish log.
Let's go to the
Show our balls to Nessie.
Say hello to Nessie.
what's that? There's like a traditional Scottish folk song about a guy in a kilt passing out and and a couple of wee Bonnie lasses stumble across him passed out while drunk and decide to, see if there's really nothing under his kilt. And they tie a ribbon around his wanger. And when he wakes up, when he sobers up, he looks down and says, "I don't know where you've been, lad, but I see you've won first prize."
There once was a man from Matras whose balls were made of fine brass. In stormy weather, they cling right together and sparks flew out of his arse.
All right, so
Good song.
yeah, the best of me. I lyrically, I wonder if he kind of got the theme for this from becoming Doctor Who famous, because he was talking about it in an interview where I think it was Matt Smith warned. No, I think it was actually David Tennant's you're going to get a lot more visible, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know what he meant at the time," but I wonder if that's kind of stems from this, because it's if he's out in public, it's "Oh, look, it's the Doctor Who, and he didn't do his hair today or some shit,"
Yeah. That makes sense.
That would track, yeah.
Well, that's probably why they always wear hats in public. It's the fucking
yeah.
Anyways, something to behold.
Started with kind of vocals mostly on their own, but with kind of like a tape effects drone behind him, and then the guitar started strumming in. I liked how dexterous the bass was. The song as a whole, though, reminded me a lot of Black Star era Bowie, his very last album, when he knew he was dying but didn't tell anyone except his immediate family.
Yeah.
And Brian Eno. But yeah.
Yeah, it did feel very softly sung, I guess, or speak sung, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. The guitar that came in the last 30 seconds or so sounded really good, really piercing.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very mysterious.
Yeah, this one I thought had the most modern sound.
Yeah.
Out of all of them. It reminded me of the present era.
Yeah.
I'm still haunted by that final video, Black Star video of fucking Bowie.
Yeah, he was definitely dying when he made that.
Yeah, I know. And it's just oh man, I can't even watch that. I've only watched it once, and that was good enough.
Yeah. Black Star, though, is my second favorite Bowie album. A lot of people would say about albums he did after 1980, it's if it was a good one, it's the best one since Scary Monsters, which was the 1980 one. Black Star I liked it more than Scary Monsters. It was the only one, his only one after Scary Monsters that I liked as much as the Berlin trilogy. So, yeah. But this we're not talking about. Yeah,
when I listened to it, I thought it was great. But,
yeah.
But yeah, something to behold. Cool song. Had some cool narrative singing, and a lot of the songs on this album, it builds up. It starts from nothing and then has kind of a big grandiose sound towards the end of it.
I think a lot of songs that are composed by a guy by himself will oftentimes do the build up really well, because you don't have to worry about the drummer getting bored.
Yeah.
Steve.
Fucking drummers.
Yeah. Well, I had a lot to say about this one.
Yeah.
My first thought was, now the echo on the vocals fits the song. It does feel more intimate, and I just put ooh, because it was kind of an ooh kind of song for me.
Yeah.
Love the acoustic guitar flavor. It was a love song. I felt the emotion coming through, and it's a song that I felt like I'd like to show to my wife and say, this is going to sound super cheesy, so fuck off. But just that I would play a song like that for her and go, this is how I feel about you.
That's cool.
And I said,
when I got the impression this is probably about his wife.
Yeah.
I said, this is where the autocorrect thing came in. I said, possibly the only song I would listen to again, but again, autocorrected to shaving. Possibly the only song I would listen to shaving. Oh, yeah.
Your balls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mysterious, otherworldly love song. The ending is very cool.
Next one, Through the Cracks. I think, Dave, this one was your favorite?
Yep, this one was my favorite. Loved it. I liked kind of the long build-up into just of the intro. This didn't build up in the way the other ones did. And that it was, it would start as a slow a slow, quiet song and get loud. This, like, the intro was like slow and quiet, but then the guitar kicked in and it just kept building. And this was just like a really like loud, aggressive rock song. I liked this one definitely had live drums.
Yeah.
I could really hear the live drums. I liked the story it was telling. I liked how the different synth parts kind of layered in as it kept going. And I thought it was like an interesting mix between like the dancey stuff and the wistful stuff, but also while being so much more aggressive than most of the song. He had like a great growl in his vocals. Yeah, favorite track.
Yeah.
I think I agree. I like this one probably the best as well. Definitely could tell it was live drums. I think most of the side sounded like live drums. I don't know. Yeah. You can hold a gun to my head and say it.
I think Something to Behold sounded programmed to me, but yeah, the rest might have been live. Yeah.
But like but it sounded this one sounded good and like coherent, and it was also the longest song on the album too. But it didn't feel like the longest song. So,
but it felt like huge and epic. Like when I realized how long it was going, it wasn't in a when will this be over way. It's just like it was in a this has some gravitas to it by being this long kind of way.
I always look for the longest song to see, and that's how I can tell if the longest song is actually too long. Is where I go like, oh, this song felt like it was. This song felt like it was 8 minutes long. Yeah. Where I think we were listening to an Ozzy album or Black Sabbath when we were listening to Volume 4, and there was a song that was 8 minutes long, and it was like, this didn't even feel like 8 minutes long because it's just because it's just such a kick-ass song, you know? And this song was kind of like that. It felt like it was 3 minutes long, like the same amount as the other songs. So that's how I know it's like a good song, when it's like, it's long, but it feels good. Like it feels like it could keep going. I don't mind the length.
Agreed.
This one had like a really long fade in, but then when like the crunchy guitar came in, it was just like a blues rocker. And I think side one was kind of missing a song like that, like an up-tempo blues rocker. I think that probably could have picked up side one a little better.
Yeah, they could have easily put this on side one, and I would have been like, oh.
Yeah,
I'm feeling more positive about this album.
But it had like a lot of really cool parts. It has like, talky vocals like Leonard Cohen. A really cool like synth breakdown, and like story wise, I think it had like the best narrative. It just seemed like a guy that's like, society is like crumbling and he's just trying to be okay with it, is kind of the impression I got. What did you think, Dave?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was picking up. Like, I think I need to listen to it again to really get the full story, but that was the feeling I was getting.
There was a really cool line where you could tell he was like talking to like the character was talking to another character that didn't like him, but it's like, oh, but you secretly like me on the sly or whatever,
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. This was another one where I felt he delivered it with the same gravitas that he delivered when he was playing the Doctor. I could see the Doctor performing this song in character myself.
Yeah.
Then there was Diminished.
I love this one, but it is so depressing.
Yeah, it was a good song.
I had a bunch of thoughts about Through the Cracks.
Go
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Fuck you guys.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Anthemic. Could have been played in an arena. The vision that I had was just, laser lights going fucking nuts and the crowd jumping around and going crazy while this was going on. And I thought it was a message about extracting oneself from mainstream drudgery and losing oneself in their own world, which was very appealing to me. I used to have an uncle who lived on 80 acres in Thurman, Iowa, and we would go out there occasionally and hang out and tromp around the woods. And when we did that, it was like the best feeling in the world, because it was like there is nothing around. We're completely cut off from the rest of the world, and this is our own story right here, and this is what it felt like to me that he was trying to express. Like, let's just drop out. And let's just do our own thing. I love the da 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 synth. I really just enjoyed that. It gave a good flavor. That's it.
Yeah, I liked how late in the song the da 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 synth came in too.
Yes, it was really just like, okay.
All
Catchy,
right.
very catchy.
Yeah. Very cool song. So the next one, Diminished, really slow, sad, depressing.
Most Leonard Cohen song on the record, even more than the one after it.
It was so Leonard Cohen co-wrote the song.
Well, Leonard Cohen got name dropped in it, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely about depression.
Yeah.
And a very powerful line that really made me feel something. Maybe I'll turn to Jesus and let him set me free, but I feel he be diminished by association with me.
I love that.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Damn.
How depressed do you have to be that even Jesus is depressed by you?
I like the acoustic guitar and the bells throughout, but like especially at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one might be
I
my
like that
second
too.
favorite on the album because I like slow, depressing music.
Well, maybe he would like Berlin.
Yeah. Get ready for the sampled kids crying.
Oh man, maybe we need to do it. All right, we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I liked it. I really loved the acoustic guitar on it, and like you said, the sample and stuff like that. It was great. It was a good song, and like you said, that line was killer. The line you pointed out.
It's very,
The diminished chord. Well,
very.
And then, the diminished chord. It was kind of funny because he was playing kind of diminished chords, and it was like,
Yeah.
and then I'm like,
There was some unique chord progressions, and I really enjoyed that. Chancy. I like when music takes a
yeah.
chance.
It was a little playful for a really dark and depressing song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
All right, and then closing it out, No One in the World. I thought this one was a really good closer. It had like a slow piano opening. I thought the guitar playing stood out on it. And there was like a really cool like reverse like guitar or synth effect in the background that I really liked.
Yeah.
And then had like a Mellotron outro with like strummed guitar to just kind of fade the album away. Really good closer.
Yeah.
Very, very Christmassy, it felt like to me. Almost.
joy to the world.
No one in the world, the Lord is diminished. Yeah, I like this one. This was a good closer. Maybe I think this one was my second favorite on the side, maybe on the album. Yeah. Liked it quite a bit. I liked how it kind of started sounding like a ballad, but built itself into like more of a rocker by the end. Gave me a similar kind of feeling to Big Bird by AJJ, like what we talked about in the Knife Man episode. Which also has a depressing lyric in it, which is I'm afraid that my dog doesn't love me anymore.
Oh my god!
We're
Dear
just so,
Lord,
we're just so happy.
We're just so happy.
that is the most
so
depressing thing I've ever heard of.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you want to come in for Lou Reed's Berlin?
Yeah.
That's such a happy album.
Wow.
This is the sadness season. And we did Joy Division last season. So far, this is more depressing than Joy Division.
Well, we did
Joy Division's first album.
Well, we did Joy Division, Unknown Pleasure. If we did
Yeah.
Closer, that would be more depressing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anywho,
what did I say about No One? I really like this one. I liked how it built. I like the intensity it built up and like, and it sounded like. I like the real drum sound because that one you really could tell that the drums were like because they were doing like the hits along with the doom doom with the the tape effect. So that one you could tell was definitely real drums.
I think it was programmed drums with real drums.
Yeah,
Layered together. Yeah, which is cool. I like it when people do stuff like that.
My thought was drums mesh well and complement everything well, even though they're still programmed. But maybe there was both. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought I could hear a little bit of reverb on the snare hits, but maybe they're just gotten so good that I can't tell the difference.
Well, I think it was a mix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
That explains.
maybe the drummer did play a majority on this, but he played along to the program track so well
be.
that it sounds
Yeah.
programmed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I even thought I heard like a little bit of a little fuck up.
I think I did hear a little fuck up somewhere in there. So yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I thought that was a great closer to the side and the album in general.
Yeah. I enjoyed this album. I will listen to it again at some point.
Yeah, the guitar in this last one was powerful, melodic. It really complemented the vocals really well. They kind of sound like they were kind of singing to each other in a way. And the mixing in general, just with the drums, the guitar, and the vocals, I thought was... And I loved the coda. I love that acoustic guitar and the bells. It was a thoughtful way to end.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, overall thoughts.
It didn't sound like a direct continuation of the stuff he did in the 80s because it was written by a much older and, like more world-weary man.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine, which is good. It sounded like it was written by the same person as the stuff from the 80s, but it was fundamentally different. It was sounded less like party music like the 80s and more like hangover music.
It was a lovely album.
It was, I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I liked the second side a little more. I felt like it got more confident as it kept going, which, okay, maybe they could have arranged it differently and I would have a different opinion about the flow of it, but I liked it.
Maybe he put it in the order he wrote the songs.
That's kind of my thought.
Yeah.
That was what he did.
Yeah.
And so he's fucking with us. He's like, stick with it. It gets better.
I still thought the first side was good. The second side was more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think, Dan? Overall thoughts?
The entire album was redeemed by the second side. I'm still thinking about the Something to Behold. I thought that was just a wonderful track and a really neat way to tell someone how amazing you think they are. That really hits my emotional core. Everything sounded more confident. The vocals were more experimental or just more confident in general. That reverb was still there, but I'm just getting used to the fact that he just likes that. And all my flute is drenched in reverb too. So I'm kind of a hypocrite if I say, "Hey man, turn that down."
Yeah, overall, I think this is a really good album. Like Dave said earlier, it does sound like a hobby album, which he 100% considers it to be. So that's definitely not like an insult or a detraction of any kind. I think on all the songs, you could sense his passion and how much he enjoyed writing and performing it. And I think if you're a fan of the kind of like stuff that Sean and Dave bring in, I think this is an album that would be right up your alley. And I don't think I would have appreciated it as much as I did if I hadn't met you guys. So that's pretty cool.
Nice, yeah.
I think if you like the more experimental side of this album, definitely check out St. Christopher, his first one. I think that one was overall stronger than this one.
Yeah, I probably will check it out. I liked the album. I don't think it was like. I think the first, I agree. The second side was definitely the stronger side. I think there was only one song that I was like, this one kind of was like a weaker song.
Yeah.
And then, but the rest of them were like, they were good. And I thought it was kind of 80s sounding, a little Cohen, Bowie-ish.
I just think it's really cool that a guy in his 60s just decided to start releasing albums. He had a really accomplished career. I mean, he got awards for directing. He's gotten awards and acclaims for acting, and then he's like, well, I'm gonna go back to this for a while, something that I used to love doing, and now I have the resources to put an album out there. And I also like that he doesn't want to turn it into some big commercial empire based on his music, that he just wants to put out music that his fans can listen to. I think that's really cool.
He wants to put something out there, which honestly is the only reason why I do music, is I want to put something out there. I have no illusions under like turning it into a job. I make more money at my job than I ever could have at music, at least without compromising my principles. And I have the rare job where I don't have to compromise my principles either. So,
well, sometimes I think that's like what I want. Like, would being signed to a record label and having to deal with their shit really be any better than a 9-to-5?
No.
Maybe, but I don't know. I guess Sabbath got to do a lot of cocaine while they were working. So,
well, there's a perk.
I don't get to do cocaine while I'm working. So,
God damn it. That's the whole reason we should get signed to a fucking label so we can do cocaine.
All right. So, yeah, Peter Capaldi, Sweet Illusions. Probably can't find a vinyl copy at this point. A funny thing I forgot to bring up earlier is he mentioned that for the first part of the year they didn't have it pressed on vinyl because Adele took all the vinyl for her album. So
what
there was
a bitch.
Adele hoarded the vinyl. Oh my God.
St. Christopher, crazy. I would love to have a vinyl copy of, but it was a limited pressing and they haven't made any more. And I haven't even found like an absurdly priced like used copy, because I mean this it's pretty niche.
Yeah.
So but yeah, if you're
Discogs, it probably has.
I looked, doesn't have it.
Really?
Yeah. I can get the CD, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
stream it. Is it on stream?
Oh yeah. It's
okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's on most, if not all, major streaming platforms. So, would definitely check it out if you're into like art rock or new wave or post punk.
Or Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Which is kind of all three, which this is too. Yeah.
If you're into progressive music, I think you'd find something here that you like.
Yeah.
If you're into heavy metal and driving everyone insane, probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think Kyle would like this album.
Shout. Let it all out. These are the things that we can cut my mic for Steve. I'm talking to you. Fuck Steve. Off. Anyways.
Dan, you do music.
Yes.
You make music with me and Dave in a project called Lucid Fugue.
Which I love.
Which our theme song is.
Yes.
But
when you're not...
Which song is that?
Non-Euclidean pornography.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
I always sing it like every time, and Steve like looks at me like I'm fucking nuts.
It's a bass forward song.
Yes.
So somebody had listened to a buddy of mine listened to the podcast, and he thought that moment is where we would put music so you could like listen to it. And as we've said before, like we don't want to deal with copyright claims. Just seek out the album on your own. If it's hard to find, I'll put it in the description. But he's just like, when did Tom Petty do like techno music? And I'm like, no, that's just a bumper.
Yeah.
Like, that's just there. It's
Hilarious.
Yeah, Tom Petty's famous techno album.
It's not techno, it's electronic.
That's what he said.
I know people call all electronic music techno, but yeah.
But Dan, when you're not making music with us, you make music by yourself.
I do.
What do you got brewing in the lab right now? Anything new out since the last time you were on?
Playing with myself. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I'm doing a cover of Playing with Myself. No, I've got Shrouded Day. I did a Christmas song last year I'm promoting now. It's a kind of an extended version of What Child Is This?, which is completely opposite of what we just talked about. So that's kind of cool. I have the pleasure of doing that kind of music and then getting together with these guys and doing the absolute craziest shit. And it's so cathartic. So, yeah, check out Shrouded Day on, all the stuff. It's kind of Mannheim Steamroller-ish, I guess.
Yeah. I notice you have a Threads presence. That seems to be your social media that you post on the most.
Yeah, I really started to enjoy Threads and putting stuff out there. So follow me on Threads.
Where you will also find links to all the music.
Yes, that too.
You could follow me on Threads, but I don't post shit.
Yeah, I tag you, but for some
And
reason
you don't.
Oh, you do follow me on?
Well, either that or Instagram itself. I don't remember.
I think so. I think someone. I think you posted shit to me on Bluesky. I created an
I forgot
account
about Bluesky.
Yeah, I tag you every time I post something, even though you don't post
like
it.
I created an
I need to get
account
back on there.
on Bluesky because someone was like wanting to show me something on Bluesky. So I created the account just so I could look at it. I looked at it and I haven't opened it since. So I have an account on Bluesky. I have an account on Threads. I think the only thing I really paid attention to is Facebook and Instagram. So
I use Bluesky to bully lawyers.
in his day job of being a lawyer bully.
Yes.
You can check out the three of us in a project called The Alliterates. We just released a couple songs on some comps, so check the description. I think House Came Crashing Down turned out really good. So
Yeah.
You should definitely check that out. Especially if you like this Peter Capaldi album, I think you'd like House Came Crashing Down.
Yeah. It made me like the song more than I like it in our live set generally. Like, I know we open with it a lot or play it near the end. But yeah, it elevated my opinion of the song.
If you hate Sean's guitar playing, you can check out our cover of Child's Christmas in Wales.
Off of the Chaos for Christmas.
And if you
compilation.
think Steve's a cunt, you can just ignore us all.
Yeah.
You can hear
I
the
do.
acoustic. It just bolstens my bass six.
Yeah.
It sounds thinner when you take it out.
Yeah, whatever. I get a big six. I'm a bitch.
A bitch six.
I'm a bitch six. My name's Nikki Six, bitch six. I think I'm Nikki Six from fucking Guns N' Roses or whatever the fuck band he's in.
One of my coworkers really liked A Child's Christmas.
That's a big insult right there.
in Wales. But yeah.
Is he in Guns N' Roses? I don't know.
He's in Motley Crue.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Nicky Six sucks. Like, he doesn't even play live, like, for himself.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, he's got like a bass track. Like, they've stopped like multiple times during the concert, and his bass track still goes.
Oh my god.
GNR, or no, not GNR.
Motley Crue.
Motley Crue has a shadow of what they were, and what they were was more personality than good music to begin with.
Their first album was really good, and their second album was really good. But I mean, they're all terrible
gun
people.
to my head, I couldn't tell you what their first album and their second album was.
Which one had Shout at the Devil? That's the only song of theirs I
Shout at the
remember
Devil.
well.
What's that?
Shout at the Devil. I think that's what it was called, or was it called something? Oh, who cares?
I was thinking Van Halen. What's the
Oh, you ate one
Running
too?
with the Devil? I was thinking you were
Running with the
talking
Devil,
about that.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
a
those
much-
fuckers.
That's a much worse song than Shout at the Devil.
Motley, the main thing to me, the main legacy of Motley Crue will be that stupid reality show where Tommy Lee went to college. At
I remember
45, and he went to like University of Nebraska Lincoln.
That was funny.
Yep.
It's like right after he got divorced from Pamela Anderson, I think.
We were all,
Yeah, that's really
my
weird.
cousin and I like watched the first episode, and we were all making fun of Tommy Lee the whole time. Like, what a douchebag.
Well, and he got divorced from Pamela Anderson because he got jealous of Borat.
Look at me, she got big tits.
Yeah.
She's my wife.
High five.
My sister, best whore in Kazakhstan.
All other countries have inferior potassium.
Actually, it was,
I watched the sequel again the other day, and
I've never-
the Giuliani part is still.
I never watched the
Oh my
sequel,
God,
but it was
yeah.
the funny part about that Borat scene in the beginning of where he's in Kazakhstan is they didn't know what he was saying. And when they found out what he was saying in the beginning, they got really pissed. Because, like, when he kisses that girl and then he says, "This is my sister," and, like, all that stuff. Like, he didn't know he was saying that shit, and they got really pissed.
I think that movie is banned in Kazakhstan. So.
Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, hey, that was the podcast, people.
Yeah.
Check out our band, Lucid Fugue. I'm not in it.
Yeah. Check out the Alliterates. Check out all of Steve's music. Oh, this is in the bumper.
on the goof floof thing. I know it's in the bumper reel, but it's fun to say this stuff.
Yeah.
And fuck with Steve because he gets like really. He's like, what? Goof floof.
Goof loop.
And Kill Rock.
Check out Steve's cat, Flexo's butthole.
It
looks like a star.
Yeah.
It looks like an asterisk.
It's on his Only Cats,
Yeah.
which is on sale this month.
He will put it in your face.
God.
And he does
Wow.
post paw pics.
Yeah.
Can you knock stuff off the top shelf? Yeah. Oh yeah,
They'll be live streaming in about 10 minutes.
You can subscribe to Flexo's OnlyFans.
Only pause.
Only pause. And you can pay $10 a month
It's
to
a
see
paw
pictures
fetish
of his
site.
flappy giblets.
Now that is a band name.
Listen to the Viagra Boys as well. Yeah.
The Flappy Giblets.
And then also,
We owe the Flappy Giblets.
my wife's OnlyFans on sale.
Anywho, I think we probably dragged this on long enough. Catch you on the flip side.
Flippy.
I'm sorry, Peter. Side 1, Side B is a Floof Goof Studios production. Head on over to killrockmusic.com, that's KILRAVOCK music.com, to check out our post-punk band, The Alliterates, and Steve's solo project, Killrock. You can also check out Steve and Dave's experimental project, Lucid Fugue, where the theme song comes from, at lucidfugue.bandcamp.com. You can also check out Dave's old band, Gong Farmer, at gongfarmer.bandcamp.com, spelled GONGFERMOUR. You can find each of us on various social media platforms. Check out the description for more information. Thanks.
Lick my love pump.
This music really makes me hate the centralized bank.
Sunday morning.
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
Doctor Who. Hey, the TARDIS.